I'm Margaret Ann Windsor, and this is video two, because part two. I want to get this up, really. I wasn't going to put it up, but I am now. Anyway, I'm down in Tampa, and they have Florida. And on November the 16th, when I went through there the first time with a friend taking a trailer back to her parents, I had no money. I've tried to all this up. Anyway, Jennifer Martinez, her father was mayor of Tampa. Okay, on November 16th of 82, she's kidnapped as I go through there. Now then I end up back in Atlanta. And then I end up back, Cheryl that married, I mentioned on the other tape here, video, she had been married to Tony Orlando, and they were divorced. But she didn't have any money either. And here she gets me down there. I think she pays for the bus ticket. And anyway, I end up being sales secretary at the Tampa Hilton, wearing the same clothes every day, and that cute. Anyway, I've told you this much about John Bristol, the manager, was CIA. They had a picture of Jimmy Carter there in the White House, and they were somebody, Maisie, the sales secretary. She was CIA. Oh, what's the college there? George Mason University. Oh, I'm not gonna get into that. It's too much. So anyway, not kissing Carter in the wrong way. Just reach up. There was some kind of drug thing that was going on within the White House, and this was what it was about. So, but it was just a picture on the wall there of it that I threw in there here. Now then, while I'm there, the Martinez, he's mayor, and his daughter's been kidnapped. Jennifer, I think she was just a few years old. They put the children. She's one of the first that was put on the milk cartons. Okay, now then, some of her people, Martinez, work at the Tampa Hilton. So anyway, I work there, and then this girl from the temp agency, Kelly, I think, temp, she comes in and gets my job. And her husband's FBI. But anyway, I'm on the street again. And I'm told that Jennifer, well, I'll tell you where I was told. Certain people, when you're talking to them, before I had the Hustler magazine, where Larry Flint had been shot with a program shooter, and he did this article and an endorsement editorial, a nice one, I thought, and I was flown out there later in 83 and found out about my real name and kidnapping. And he furnished me a car for a year, and that's the last I've heard from him, other than he sent me the magazine April the 4th of 84, endorsing me, saying I knew who was responsible for his shooting in Lawrenceville, Georgia in 78. And I was doing the book, remember, Marietta at Moonraker Apartments. Now then, I'm down in Florida on the street, and all this has happened. And I end up having to go to a shelter that night. And it was locked in. There were small windows. I couldn't have gotten out if somebody wanted to kill me. I think it was in Clearwater it wasn't St. Petersburg. Where was the shelter? It was either St. Petersburg or, well, it wasn't in Clearwater, I don't think. It may have been in Tampa. I don't think it was in Tampa. St. Petersburg, I guess. Anyway, when I went in, I think it was Salvation Army, but there was nobody there, which was odd, hardly. This man came in, and quite frankly, I was a little afraid at first because there was hardly anybody. I think there's one other woman there other than me, which was odd, I thought. He told me he had just gotten out of prison. If I start mentioning names that I know, certain people know I'm telling the truth because they're aware of what I'm telling and the people I'm talking about. Now, he began in confidence, as some other people have, telling me, he said to me he had just gotten out of prison and that he had done, I hope I get this right, I'm trying to, gun running, and they had jammed the radar at Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, and bringing drugs. Wow, drugs in from Colombia. Now, okay, he said that he took orders to do a killing, and he had been in prison and just gotten out for, I'm going to leave this to your imagination, all right? So now then, somebody said, oh, he just lied to you. No, I went to the Clearwater police, and I told them what I'd written about. I didn't know my real name then. I guess maybe I was better off not. Anyway, the policeman taped me, just like Oliver Jones did back in Huntsville. The senators, Oliver Jones, Bob Jones' nephew, Oliver Jones. So this police taped me, and when I got up to leave, they said, well, we already know all this. Duh. So now then I'm going to fast forward what? The little girl was brought back, but the media wasn't told, and she wasn't taken off the milk carton right away. So now then Martinez becomes governor because Jeb Bush was governor then, and I'm going to make you a connection to, he became drug czar under Bush in his presidency. Okay, now I want to get you another one in here. Lee Brown was police commissioner in 1979-80 when I did the book and I almost was killed in Atlanta. He was police commissioner. They had come in. Okay, he and Maynard Jackson, the mayor, went on ABC and said Wayne Williams didn't kill the black children there. It was the mechanism used. This is what I was writing about, mind control murders deliberately done in patterns. The FBI letter, ongoing investigation, national security involved. Well, it wasn't me under investigation. I can't believe how some people can misinterpret something. My God. Anyway, too many reputations would be ruined if they tell about me and what's ongoing crimes. And maybe if the FBI hadn't been there, some of them, and certainly the Brits that hung in there, I wouldn't be alive. So now then, okay, now then, I put this up too. Lee Brown leaves there as police commissioner. And by the way, Elise Tillman, when I'm in Tampa that I just got through telling about, later I'm in Tampa in 80, I hope I got the time right, 82. I'm not feeling great here. When I'm working at Tampa Hilton, Elise Tillman is there, and she works in the sales department. That you make pretty good money there. But anyway, she sat down and talked to me one day. She says, I was there when they tried to kill Lee Brown in Atlanta, police commissioner. She told me about at least one baby swapping there at Grady Hospital that she knew of that was swapped, and, parents didn't know. So anyway, what's she doing at the Tampa Hilton, and all this going on with me up there, the Wayne Williams, I'm trying to tell how he was programmed, that he didn't do it. And his attorney later, a few years later, when I was I was almost killed, April Fool's Day of 80, and I'm over in Huntsville, had worked for the district attorney. Then, so this would have been in 81. I made a phone call to Mary Welcome, his attorney. She wanted to do a deposition and was going to send her attorney over. Well, that never got done because Lina Dempsey, well, let's put it this way. She's mother of the twins that she killed them, and she certainly didn't want me to become national and find out who I am or my book. It might bring it back, and people would find out about her and my real identity. So she tried to have me killed. Jack Hartsfield, the reporter, FBI agent, helped me, saved me probably. And So now then, if I can get my ducks in a row here, after all this, I'm treated like the criminal. Really. Second class, third class, fourth class citizen. Oh, I forgot where I was going with it, but anyway, back to Atlanta and the Wayne Williams, and Lee Brown is police commissioner. Now then, he leaves there, and ABC doesn't question what was the mechanism used. Well, I've told them all. They're not going to tell because it would lead to me and lead to telling about the takedown of my father, married to my mom, an American. Remember, Meghan Markle married, and they're saying, oh, she's, and nothing against Meghan, except they're illegal. Elizabeth, all of them are. Elizabeth, I've said that. And she knows the truth about it all. And making a hoorah over her. No, Oprah, and can't wait to interview her. Michelle Obama is, books out and all this. It would hurt too many reputations. Martin Luther King's part. And if you think I'm out there, no, I hope you get to hear it. Reverend Andrew Young, this whole bit. Remember, Atlanta's where a lot of this happened to me. So now then, Lee Brown leaves Atlanta. He becomes police commissioner 3 or 4 times in Houston, Texas, which is NASA and all that. So then he becomes mayor a couple times, but he also becomes drug czar in the Clinton presidency. Now remember, Martinez worked as mayor when I was down there in Tampa. He became governor. And Jeb Bush had been governor when I was there, and he was mayor in 1982, that winter and spring. Now then, you got Martinez becomes drug czar for the Bushes when, well, that was the last Bush in office, okay? And then Jeb Bush had been governor and was going to run and didn't get it. But anyway, I thought it's quite odd. Here you got Martinez, he's drug czar there, and you've got Lee Brown, drug czar under the Clintons. And I'm the one telling this, and I'm treated like the worst criminal ever walked the face of this earth. And no, I don't like what someone sent me a little bit of money to help me, money order, and I get treated like crap. I've told it to you. And it hurts like hell.